Hello dear students, today we are going to learn what is design period and importance of the design period and population forecasts. Let us see what is the design period. Design period is for how much time that particular water supply system or the project is going to serve the community is called as the design period. In other words, number of years for which the design of the water works has to be done. Generally, the design period is chosen 20 to 40 years. It should not be too long and it should not be too small. Because if the design period is very small, then it is highly difficult for the people to design and construct. If it is too long, the construction of the project is going to take long time, and as long time, then cost of the project is going to highly increase and the design period is going to reduce. If it is reducing, then it is like a lifetime of the project is going to be reduced. And what is the importance of the design period? Let us see. Then there are number of the components in the water supply project includes. It's a very huge project and it's so much of money is involved, or the cost of the project is very high. So the components of the water project is going to be of dams, reservoirs, treatment works, and network distribution, or the network distribution of the pipelines. And then it is not easy to replace, because as it is not easy to replace, we have to choose all these components which are connecting from the reservoir to the power distribution network. We have to choose appropriate. It is not very easy to change any of the component, and it is not easy to enhance the water project capacity also. That means how much water has to be supplied to the community or otherwise for that particular scheme or the project. And if you want to extend or expand the distribution of the distribution network, it is not easy. That is the reason why before itself we have to when you are designing, when you are fixing the design period itself, we have to keep all the points in the mind, and then how much the population is going to increase, and then how much cost is involved, depending on the same importance has to be given to fix the design period. What are the factors to be considered? What are the factors to be considered to fix the design period? There are many factors. For example, like if fund is available for that particular project, then we have to choose that the project period, or otherwise the design period, should be the minimum. It's not too small, but the minimum, because as the fund availability is there, we have to minimum time has to be allocated for the design and the construction, and then we should not drag it as the availability of the fund is more. And life of the materials, that means we are using we will be using so many connectors, pumps, turbines, the distribution networks, pipes, construction material. All these materials, life has to be taken into the consideration, because it is not easy. It's already we have discussed, it is not easy to change any component in the network or the public distribution system or the water supply system. That is the reason why we have to carefully choose the capacities of the motors and the pumps, and the material has to be chosen very carefully. And rate of interest for the projects, generally the state government and the central government do give some of the schemes for the loans are going to be provided. For these loans, the rate of interest, and some of the World Bank or otherwise the Reserve Bank of India is going to give. As it is giving the rate of interest, depending on the rate of interest, we have to fix the design period. If rate of interest is less than, then we have to choose the minimum, like a enough time. It's good enough time to as a design period, which is sufficient for the planning of the particular project and construction of the project. If rate of interest is very high, it is better to better enough time we are going to get. That is the reason why design period has to be chosen less. Design period has to be chosen very less. And coming to this expansion of the community, we have to rate of expansion is very high, then we have to reduce it. we have to reduce it. Then what are the difficulties in fixing? The foremost thing is nothing but we have to give the population forecast. What is population forecast? The population forecast depends on different factors, like the population of the people are going to increase. How? As the births are more, then population is going to be increased. And then deaths, if deaths are less, then in such case also population is going to be increased, or the density is going to be increased. And if the industrialization, something else, as the particular community is increasing drastically, then migration of the people is going to be available. As migration is more, the population is going to increase. And the expansion of the city is increasing, then automatically the population in that particular community is going to increase. So we have to obtain the correct data depending on the births, deaths, and migration and expansion of the city. We are going to get the data from the census office. And why, on which factors the population increases, on which population is going to increase, that is going to depend on the expansion of the trading, or otherwise trade expansion. If any of the industry is there, a sub part of it, or otherwise ancillary units are increasing, then there is a demand of the people. Then if the demand of the people is there, so that the population is going to increase as the industrial development is more. If that particular area is under the industrial area is there, then what will happen? The development of the industries are going to be more, as the dependent industries are going to increase. As dependent industries are increasing, the population automatically it increases. And if that particular country area is very near to the different countries which are very near, and the transportation is very easily available, and if industries also are more, then what happens? There is a chance of expansion, there is a chance of the mobility of the people. Then there is a population density increases. There is a lot of chance of increasing the population density. And if that area is plenty of some of the mines are newly discovered the mines, then automatically there will be an increase in the population. And if the public utility is availability as increased or the enhanced, the expansion is done, either it is enhanced or expanded, then what will happen? Automatically the construction people will come, and the uses of the particular area is going to be increased. Like if the railway station comes, for example, you can take the Hyderabad city, then what will happen? You are going to have already metro stations are there. Then previously, when compared to those wherever the metro stations are available, then automatically after the metro station, the density or the population mobility of the people has increased. So like this, these are all the factors we have to are going to increase the population density. And rest of the methods, how to forecast, are the what are the different methods of the forecasting, or the estimation of the population, that we'll see in the next video. Thank you.